wrong with this. I mean, last night was just our first night. But I mean, what surprised me the most is that you've got two different sides of the kitchen. One is basically the grill fajita side, taco roca, and the other side is kind of the enchilada taco side. And it was 90-10. 10% fajita grill to 90% enchilada tacos.
I think the enchiladas are what's really surprising people when they come in, because we're doing some enchiladas that you just don't find in many Houston Tex-Mex restaurants. We've got the barunda, which is the stacked enchiladas with red chili sauce and pork, like they used to do at the old Barunda Cafe out in Marfa. Those are fabulous. I haven't seen those in any other places in Houston. And then we're also putting chili con carne as a topping on the cheese enchilada, the number 7. And that is just reviving a very old tradition that sort of had almost died out. There's a couple places in town that still do those, but people just taste them and it just takes them back to, a long time ago. And then the puffy tacos are really popular coming from San Antonio. So I think that's why we're loading up, one side of the enchilada and the tacos are like so new and different, whereas the fajitas are pretty much,
And we're making a big change tonight. We're redesigning the whole line because of what happened last night.
The whole line?
Yeah, because the grill guy's over there, just sitting on his hands, and the enchilada guy's melting.
I had the mushroom enchiladas. And you do have a little V for vegetarian on the menu for those items.
Right.
The mushroom enchiladas are fantastic. How much of the menu is available right now? Is this like 70% of what
we're probably at a quarter?
Really?
Yeah.
That's it? You can tell it's scaled down.
Yeah, it'll be a big, classic, old school, big menu, all kinds of different combo plates and that type of thing.
Yeah, we had some interesting conversations. We had our friends in from Chicago came in. Of course, they dive for Tex-Mex. Every time we come in, they were bummed because I know you guys were closed Thursday to get everything right. I think you were closed Thursday to kind of regroup after mock, so they weren't able to have that. And we went and had fajita flats, which is an old school Tex-Mex. A lot of people. And then coming from Chicago, this is what and Paul is from Kingwood, and so he's had a lot of Tex-Mex, and so they want to go 2, 3, 4 times to different places whenever they're here for Tex-Mex, and they believe that a cheese enchilada and a beef enchilada are the easiest ways, in his opinion, to say this is how good this place is. Do you agree with that?
I would say yeah. I mean, fajitas matter. All the dishes matter, but I think that more than anything else, the enchilada kind of typifies what real Tex-Mex is. I mean, that's like it's like going into a Cajun place and trying the gumbo.
Yeah, you could do something ultimately the simplest thing really, really well. Absolutely.
That's the old axiom, right? If you want to find out how good a place is, just try the soup, and that'll tell you all you need to know. So for Tex-Mex, it would be try the enchiladas.
Yep. Well, and the chips and salsa, I think that's also good. And the margarita.
You guys tried that out, different recipes on that one as well, right?
Yeah.
Did you have fun opening this place from a food, or are you around food so much it's not that big a deal to you?
I love opening a restaurant. For me, it's like, people can work in the greatest restaurants in the world, and if you don't ever open a restaurant, then it's like being a Pro Bowler your entire career and never going to the Super Bowl. There's something different about it. It's complete and total creativity from the way the building looks to the architecture to the coloring schemes to the tables and the chairs to where to put the mop to how to cook the food and how to pick it up. So it's the only time that you can be 100% totally creative with a restaurant.
But you've made that sports analogy before that you like the pressure of opening too. Some people don't like it. You like it. Richard and I talked about it just earlier in the show. If you missed it, when those tickets are stacked up, some people can handle it and some people will break. You like that, don't you?
No, I really enjoy it. I kind of thrive on it. But I've seen some people, like when we opened the bank, we had this manager who had worked at Olive's Tawny for 10 years. And, she was this great, manager and had all these recommendations. Never opened a restaurant. Opening day, she just had a breakdown. I mean, like straight out of a movie. It's like a lifetime movie right for your face.
If we take Tony crying, we came to Mex and we had the odd few weeks, and then one of us cries, and then the other ones, But it is complete madness. As I said during the main there, all the restaurants we've opened, it's like, enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
Enjoy the journey. This is insane. This is nuts. This is not opening a bookstore here, is it?
No.
Just enjoy the journey, and it's fun. It is fun. It's crazy, but it's fun.
I think of all, the person I like to hear most talk about is Rob, because he's never been around restaurants all of his life. I kept telling him, I was like, wait till you see what this is going to be like. It's a son of a gun.
It's kind of like Rob's background in terms of being a food critic at the Houston Press for all those years, as well as being an author. I guess it's kind of like throwing somebody like me, who does sports talk for a living, and, okay, go coach.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Are you getting a little bit of pleasure? Are you getting a little bit of pleasure from Rob learning what it's like being on this side?
I'll let Rob say.
I'll tell you what, the other day, Brian was sitting in the office, and he was typing the changes and the revisions we'd made to the recipes. And I see him sitting there hunting and pecking on that keyboard on his laptop. Meanwhile, I'm out in the kitchen making pozole, And I walked in and I said, Brian, this is a perfect world. You're sitting at the computer typing recipes and I'm cooking. This is very different for me. But, at home, I write, recipes and food articles and so forth. And, when I get eye strain is too much, I go and cook, to sort of relax. So to me, it's still fun. I see how doing it every night would cease to be fun.
I don't know if this is damning or not, but when I saw Rob the other night in the middle of mock service, I go in the kitchen, Brian, you got your game face on. You're, hey, what's this? And Rob's out there. Didn't look like he had a care in the world. I mean, just like, hey, how do you like them? Oh, they taste like world's greatest enchilada. That's a big compliment. Like Rob is just on me. Rob's just got a nice even keel going. We're live here at El Real. We're going to take it all the way to the top of the hour. So if you get a chance to come by while we're on, that's fine. If not, we're still going to be here partying with Southbound Food listeners until 2 o'clock. So get on over here. We've got food for you. You buy the drinks, we supply the food, and the atmosphere will sell itself. Live from El Real, Westheimer, just west of Montrose. It's Southbound Food on 1560 The Game.